Hi, in this video we're going to talk about how to make a virtual hard drive. Now a virtual hard drive is allocated amount of storage space that could be used for things such as if you want a dedicated drive with a drive letter and dedicated space for storing files or use for a program and that kind of thing. Or if you've been playing around with virtualization and you want to have a virtual hard drive that you could attach to a virtual machine, you could use it for that as well. So how you make one is first you need to go to Disk Management, and to do that you could just type it in and that's it right there, or you could just go to Computer or this PC and Manage, and then it's under Disk right there. Okay, so now that we're in Disk Management, we could see what's on our computer right now. So we have a C drive with Windows with this recovery partition, an extra data drive, a recovery partition, a flash drive, CD-ROM, that kind of thing. So we're going to make our virtual drive on this D drive here. So all you need to do is go up to the Action menu. Oops, click on it. Action menu, then Create VHD, and browse to where you want to save this virtual hard drive. So just remember that this virtual hard drive is taking up space on your physical hard drive, so make sure you have somewhere where you have room. So we're going to put it in this virtual disk folder. We're going to call this our drive. Okay, and then you want to decide how big it's going to be in megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes. We'll make it 2 gigabytes, and then you want to pick the format. So if you're going to be making a drive bigger than 2 terabytes, you want to use the VHDX format, because it supports up to 64 terabytes and has all these other options which you could read right there. We're just going to stick with the VHD for now. And then for the hard disk type, there's fixed and dynamic. So if you want to allocate all 2 gigs immediately, we'll pick fixed. Or if you want to have it dynamically expand, so let's say we still give it 2 gigs, but it's only using 500 megabytes of space, that's all it's going to use on your drive until it fills up to that maximum of 2 gigs. So we'll just stick with a fixed size because it's a small one. Click OK, and then it's going to create the drive. Going right down there. Give that a second. Okay, so that's done. If we scroll down here, now we have this unknown disk. That's 2 gigabytes in size. So now we just need to initialize it by right-clicking in this gray area and initialize the disk. And then you could just stick with the default for GPT, because that's the newer type right there. So we'll click OK. And now we have 2 gigabytes approximately of unallocated disk space. So now we would just do the same process you would do for a physical disk. Right-click on it, New Simple Volume. Click Next. We want to use the whole thing, so we'll just leave it like that. And we're going to give it letter, let's go all the way down to Z. And then we're going to hit Next. And we're going to format it NTFS. And we're going to call it our virtual disk. And we'll just do a quick format on it. Click Next and Finish. That's formatting. And now it immediately brought it up in Windows Explorer. So you can see right here, we have this PC, the Windows drive, the data drive that we made it on, but then our virtual disk is actually stored on this drive, but it shows up as a independent disk with its own drive letter, and that way you could treat it like it was an actual extra physical disk. And if we go to Data and then Virtual Disk, you'll see there's the hard drive file right there. So you could actually take this file, stick it on a flash drive, put it in another Windows computer, and attach it there and use it with all the data on it. And if you change your mind, you're like, I don't want that drive anymore, you could go over to it, right click on it, pick Detach VHD, and it's going to say, you sure you want to detach this one here, and say OK. Now that Z drive is gone, if we go back to this PC, that's gone, but the virtual hard disk file is still there, and it's still using up to 2 gigs. So all you have to do is just delete it like it was a regular file, and that's gone, and your hard drive's gone. But just keep in mind, if you delete that file, whatever data you put on it's going to be gone too. So that's how you make a virtual disk. So thanks for watching.